I don't know if you've had this happen before. You are entering a long expression into a calculator or phone. Halfway through, you feel like you might have tapped the wrong key, and suddenly you're stuck. Do you continue or clear everything and start over? There's also the situation where you simply forget where you were in the calculation. Super frustrating. If you use Python for math, you can avoid all of this. Your code easily beats any calculator. In Python, integers are a different type from strings. They're plain numbers, no quotation marks. If you add quotes, they become strings and can't be used for math. Python also has a type specifically for decimals called floating point numbers. Numbers with a decimal point are floats, and numbers without one are integers. Now let's talk about math operations, starting with the classics: addition, subtraction, multiplication, and division. Addition and subtraction exist directly on the keyboard, but the mathematical multiplication and division symbols don't, so Python uses the asterisk for multiplication and the / for division. And it must be the / the one left of the shift key, not the \, which is used for escape sequences. So if we want to write 1 + 2 - 3 divided by 4 × 5, it looks like this in Python. Quick challenge, no prize. What's the result? If your answer is 0, then you need a refresher on operator precedence. Python follows the same precedence rules as standard math: parentheses first, then exponentiation, then multiplication and division, and finally addition and subtraction. Exponentiation in Python uses 2 asterisks, asterisk, asterisk. If you want 2 to the power of 3, you write it like this. And yes, calculators can do more advanced operations like trigonometric functions, logs, square roots. Can Python handle those? Absolutely. Code doesn't lose first. You need to import a module called math. Think of each module as a toolbox, where every function is a tool for a specific job. For example, print is a function too. It outputs text. But you don't need to import it because Python includes it by default. Such functions are called built-ins. The math module, however, is specifically filled with mathematical functions. To import it, write import math at the top of your file. Then you use math followed by the function name to access its features. For example, to calculate the sine of 1 radian, you write math. Xinwen, you cannot omit the math part because the function belongs to that module. How do you know what other functions the math module supports? You can look up the official Python documentation for the math module. It lists all available functions. For example, if the doc say math, log2 returns base -2 logarithms, then the log base 2 of 8 is written as math, log2 8. But if you write an expression directly in your script and run it, you'll notice nothing prints out. That's because Python does compute the result and store it in memory. But since you didn't use it or print it, you never see it. So to see the result, you must use print or assign the result to a variable and then print that variable. Now it's practice time. Our goal is to write a quadratic equation root calculator, for example, to calculate the 2 real roots of -x² minus 2x plus 3 equals 0. We can use the quadratic formula. I have already forgotten this formula. I just looked it up. First, we assign variables in the code because here it is plus or minus. There are 2 solutions. We can calculate them separately. First, calculate the solution with addition, which is -b plus the expression under the square root is b squared. -4 times a times c squaring is represented by 2 asterisks. Then the question comes, how do we write the square root in code? A square root is equivalent to the 1/2 power, so it can be written in this way, or you can use a function called cqrt from the math library, which also returns the square root. This is written in the documentation. If I want to use this security function, first I need to import math at the top of the file. Then use its function here. The library name comes first, followed by a dot. Then comes the function name, which is security. Then continue back to our formula, because division comes next. We wrap everything above the fraction line in parentheses. Divided by 2 times a. Okay, this is our first solution. And the second solution only needs the plus to be changed to minus no moment of truth. If You run it, you will find nothing appears because as mentioned before you need print. To see the result, the print also needs to wrap the entire expression. Then click Run. At this point, you can see the two correct outputs. If you want to solve another equation, you do not need to change the formula at all. You only need to update the variable values above. For example, if we calculate x squared plus 9x plus 20 equals 0, just run it. Direct result is shown again. To summarize, doing math with code has the following 3 advantages. First, you can see the entire formula. You can check it anytime without worrying about mistakes. Second, it is very easy to change variable values. There is no need to retype the formula. Third, if the formula is complex, you can break it into steps using intermediate variables. For example, let b squared minus 4ac equal delta, then you can directly write the square root of delta. The output should still be the same. This makes the process cleaner and clearer. This video contains many knowledge points. The next video will be more relaxed. See you later.